Hello, hello. Good day, good evening, good morning for international people to all our warriors. Thank you so much for joining us for the Sickle Cell Mental Health and Wellness Initiative on our Soul session. And for today, we're going to revisit the Blessed Warrior Moment, which we've started this year, and also talk about some affirmations. We're really wanting to elevate our energies. I am joined by the fearsome team that is us, the Sickle Cell Mental Health and Wellness Initiative. I'm going to have everybody just say a quick hi to you, and then we're going to go into a breathing and healing meditation. And then we're going to have a brief discussion and share some blessed moments that we've had and affirmations that we are kind of anchored by for this current season. So I will start or let Dr. Rowley kick it off.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, everyone. And so great that we're back together again. And I welcome everyone here today.
Awesome. Heather?
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I am so excited to be back with you all and being able to participate and experience a little bit of emotional and mental growth. So let's get into it.
Aminosi.
She looks frozen.
Frozen. And Dima.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's great to be back after a little bit of a hiatus and have this time of reprieve and self reflection.
Awesome. Thank you for saying hello to everyone, team. And with that, you guys know who I am. I'm Dr. Margie Dejoie Brewer, and we're going to start with getting grounded. So I chose my sofa today. As you can see, I am on my sofa in my family room because I think I just needed to feel the support of the sofa as opposed to being on my yoga mat. So please find somewhere that you feel support. Find somewhere that you're comfortable. I think what we always try to tell you when we take some time to breathe and take a moment for silence is that your comfort is the most important thing. So whether you're seated like myself, or if you're laying, if you need to, or seated in a chair like the rest of the team, we want you to choose a position that feels good in your body and always allow yourself the opportunity to change that position throughout the time that we're together if you need to. Once you do that, if you want to take a couple of movements, sometimes some shoulder rolls might be good, maybe a neck roll here and there. You might want to massage your jaw a little bit because those are the places that we tend to hold tension. Or you might want to just shake your arms out or your hands out, whatever it is that works for you. Take a moment to move and then settle. And as you begin to settle, we want you to soften. Let go of what came before, release what is to come, and stay with us for the next couple of moments. I invite you to begin to soften your face, close your eyes if you haven't already, and if closing your eyes does not feel comfortable or safe, at least take your gaze downwards. Try to make sure that your spine is aligned, that your chest is lifted so that your heart can open. You might want to put your hands up for receiving, hands down for grounding. And if that doesn't work for you, you can interlace or stack your hands somewhere that they can feel soft without causing tension in your body. And as you make those small adjustments, begin to tune into your breath. Begin to feel the coolness of the air coming in through the nose, pausing, and then feel the coolness of the air empty out onto the top of your lip. The gentle inhale, the pause, the exhale, and the pause. Maybe you tune into the gentle rise and fall of your chest, with every inhalation and exhalation. And as we begin this journey of this healing meditation, I want you to try to extend your exhalation. Allow the inhalation to happen however it does, but make an effort to allow your exhalation to linger. Maybe ration it is another word you can think of. The breath in itself is so powerful and such a healing tool that the moment we start to slow it down and start to bring attention and awareness to it, our entire body shifts. We begin to send different messages to our body that allow it to calm down. Our minds soften, our hearts open, and our bodies reset. As you inhale, remember that that breath can allow you to get through moments of suffering, moments of pain, moments of dis-ease. Feel the power of that breath. The gentle inhale through the nose, the pause, and the long exhalation through the nose. And pause. As you continue to breathe, I want you to imagine yourself in the center of a large circle. A circle of fellow warriors that are sending you light, sending you love, sending you support. See yourself in the center. See them, your community, as a circle around you, hands interlocked. Feel the power that each and every individual is sending your way. Come back to your breath. There is healing in community and there is strength in numbers. Know that the circle is a safe space. With every breath, an opportunity to connect a little deeper. Every breath, an opportunity to heal a little deeper. Every breath, an opportunity to grow a little deeper. see the circle expand. Almost visualizing a bright light coming towards and through you. Allow the warmth of that light to embrace every part of your body. Allow that light to surround your heart. With each breath, see the luminance of that light brighten. And know that that light represents your healing. As you take the next breath, allow the visualization to fade. Coming back to the deep inhalation, the pause, the exhalation, and the pause. Savor the next breath. On your next inhalation, I want you to take both hands and place them on your heart. And take a moment to set an intention for your own healing. Through our own healing, we can help to heal others. And sending this healing thought out to our community. Remembering that your breath is your superpower. Your breath ignites the fire within. Your breath fills you with loving kindness, and your breath brings you closer to your truth. And may our truth cross paths. Sending love out to everyone. May they be healthy. May they be happy. May they have peace. And may they be free. Sending you my love and surrounding you with my light. Be blessed, warrior. Gently begin to open up your eye, coming back to your current environment, because hopefully we all went internal for a minute, which is a whole other environment. Now we're going to plug back into where I was gone. I don't know about you guys, but I left this body for just a moment, which is exactly what I needed to do. So I hope that you guys got a chance to feel that light. I saw you guys holding hands. We were going like this side to side. That was my visualization. I'm probably oversharing, but that's what these safe moments are about. Sharing as much as we want to and need to. So with that, we're going to start with our team sharing some of the blessed moments that we've had over the past month. So I'm going to, hopefully those who have joined us by whatever social media modality they have, will be able to tell us where they're from, say hello, put messages in the chat box, and we will share and connect. And I'm going to ramble. I'm going to pick who we left off with, which was Dima. So Dima, you're going to kick us off tonight. I know you weren't expecting me to come with you, but I'm going to go there. Let's share and welcome back, Aminosi. We missed you. A blessed moment that you had in the past month.
I would say that there has been so many blessed moments, but the one I would choose is I had a blessed moment probably in the worst of places, and probably in one of the worst of times in my family's life. Like we were at my father-in-law's funeral, but the best moment there was when I could feel the closeness that we had as a family. So I think that was highlighted this past month, and that closeness has permeated, and it continues to grow stronger since that moment.
For our community, because I know sometimes, when we talk about why we think of the simple things and the blessings, it's because they have this benefit that I think traverses understanding at time, right? You almost, something like you tell somebody, you almost had to be there to really feel it, but I felt completely different because of it. So could you maybe share what you mean by connect, just so that people can understand? Because I loved how you set it up and said, though it was a difficult time, because we all share in such difficult times, you still had what some would consider a breakthrough moment, because you still had blessings in that. And I think in our circumstances, that's where the beauty is, to find those blessings when everything else seems so crazy. So could you maybe share a little bit more how you felt that connection personally for you and your family?
So I think for me, I felt it's hard to describe, but there was an aha moment because my husband gave the eulogy, and my husband was kind of orchestrating everything, and I was sick at the same time. So there was a strength that I saw in this man that I didn't see before. Like I knew he was strong and he was, my caregiver and all that good stuff, but there was an additional strength that made me feel like I was more in love with him, if I can say that. And I can see, even though our patriarch of the family has passed on, I can feel the mantle of him being the patriarch, the new patriarch of our family. It transitioned in that moment, if that makes any sense. Our son.
It makes sense. I have goosebumps. And mind you, here's the beauty of it. That happened whenever it happened for you and your family. And how many days later, the fact that you're sharing it with me, I could see it. Mm-hmm. I felt strengthened. I felt elevated, and I still have goosebumps. So thank you and that's part of the magic of why we're elevating the blessed moment, because it can transfer to others, and you can have this moment of feeling like, wow. And that's enough to kind of break up whatever may be going on that is not so positive necessarily. So thank you for going a little deeper, because I know sometimes it's not easy, and sharing that and communicating it virtually is a whole other thing that you've just magically did. So thank you for sharing that with us.
Okay.
Dr. Rowley, what you got, girl? And on the sunny side of the sunny side, what's going on?
I was just saying yesterday, we may have had 5 days of sun in 5 months. Okay.
Oh Lord.
It has not been sunny for me, but I want to share it's important for me to connect, and I love what I do. I just, in terms of just for myself and what I need, I don't feel as connected. So I decided, and I'm just going to share with everybody, get ready for a phone call and a visit. But I decided I just needed to start making short trips to visit. And so my colleague and friend, who I've known since grad school and who lives in Wisconsin, I just text saying I would like to be there. So I went for 4 days, leaving on a Wednesday, coming back on a Saturday, and I said I'm going to do that. I can do that and still get work done. And I decided, so I'm going to do that. And that was a blessing because I have not seen her. The last time she actually came to visit me here in California was some time ago. And there's never an opportune time. That's what I got from it. There's
Hmm.
never an opportune time to just say, let's do something. And so I did that. And
Wow.
I was so, it was just so good to see her. And then finding out that James Griffin lives, what, 15 minutes away from the airport. I said, well, okay, next time I come, I'm going to go back and visit my friend again. I'll make sure to put you on the list. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to be in Texas, Miss Heather. And I'm going to make sure, well, my friend in Boston, Dima, she went to France. She went back home to France after 30 years. So I had to make a special trip. And so, but that's what I decided to do is that connections are so important.
Yeah.
And I really don't know how else to do it other than just to do it. So it made a huge difference because I work literally 20, um, 20 plus hours and I don't mind. It's not a complaint. I just do. But I figured I can just do when I'm also connecting. And that makes me feel good. And I need
Right.
that ability to not always be so on, and I've talked about how I'm constantly in my brain, but it would be nice to do something else creative or that's why singing is important. I want to be a backup singer or something, play my bass,
Right.
something where I can use the other side because I'm so heady most
Yeah.
times. So my blessing, I went to go visit my friend Dr. Shelley. So that was great.
Oh, that's awesome. And as someone just put in the Facebook page that you have to make time to be filled up. So I'm wondering if sometimes I think making time for things that matter and fill us. Yes. Sometimes people think it's challenging or hard to. Can you? But I think sometimes once you start planning it, that in itself, like Heather and I share this, the planning of it, I get all caught up in the planning, and that in itself, I like and I makes me happy. Can you share a little bit about once you made the decision, how maybe some of that energy just carried you through making, the arrangements, getting there, enjoying yourself, and all? Because I think sometimes, like you said, you just decided, but so much of us get stuck between the thinking about it and actually doing it.
So um, what was interesting is at the time that I made the reservation, I didn't have anything on my calendar, but of course, things were on the count to the point that I had these major HRSA um, project that was due. And I said, "Oh my goodness, did I pick the wrong week?" But no, I didn't. That's just the week, and I got it done in spite of. My friend, she already had the agenda. I didn't have to do anything. I would have, and that would have been fine. But she wanted me to see Wisconsin. And knowing that I'm plant based, she went through such extremes to make sure. Oh, and I went to Shiloh. I didn't know there was a city called Shiloh that was based upon, it's a Christian town. All the streets are from the Bible. And they have a plant based exactly the way that I eat. And she made sure of that. So I think making the reservations was it because after that, I think she had joy in wanting to show me around. I think the joy was mutual.
I love that. I like Dima said, she got it done, and I love that she went the extra mile, and all you had to do was set up the flight and get there, and then come back or whatever. That sounds. We just have to decide, right, in our minds and in our hearts, this is what we're going to do, and then we get it done, and then we benefit from all that joy. Thank you so much for sharing your blessed moment, a trip. I love it. I love it. Aminosi, you're up. Did she? Oh, there she is.
No, I'm here. So last weekend was my mom's birthday. I'm a little under the weather, so if I sound like that, that's why. Last weekend was my mom's birthday, and it was a milestone birthday. And this week was my dad's birthday, so like they kind of have like a joint birthday party every like decade. So it was like their 60th, 70th birthday, and just like seeing everybody that literally flew from international and national areas around the country, people from UK, people from Nigeria, like they all just came to like celebrate my parents. And she had a whole weekend extravaganza. It wasn't just a party. So seeing people like at the house and just jumping in and taking initiative and helping out, that to me, like it warmed my heart because it's to me that's what community is all about. And that's what family is all about. Like my mom didn't assign anybody, you do this and then you do this. Like people just jumped in willingly and happily. And I was just so glad to be in that moment, even at the party when we're all just trying to like, keep things cohesive and together. People were jumping in when need be, hearing all the nice things people had to say about my mom. Like for me, I've experienced my mom like as my mom. And I already know that she is like, I know she's like that girl already. But then hearing people just like confirm and like say all these wonderful and lovely things about her, I was like, oh, you're that girl to everybody, and it was such a special feeling to just know that, she's just gladly recognized amongst like her peers and all her friends and people that she's known since like primary school up until now like showed up for her. So it was just a really warm and special day and weekend all in all.
Oh my goodness, wonderful. So I do know Aminosi's mom. We go way back, and yes, she is that girl. she has always been that girl. So I see your face as you kept describing it, almost kept lighting up more and more. You can't smile anymore, and we were talking about community in our meditation today, and I think that is just such an awesome example of community in the most elevated way when family just comes to celebrate life.
Yeah.
It's just so awesome to be able to celebrate another day, another year, I know she has a lot of things to celebrate. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Sounds awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Heather.
Hi, everyone. So this month has been a month of extreme difficulty for me. I'm going to be honest with you and open with you. I've had 2 cancer diagnoses and a death all within my friends and family. So it's been a very hard season, and not including the fact that I still have a home to run and a little boy to take care of, and I still have sickle cell that doesn't go away because we're stressed out or we're engaged. So thinking about a blessed moment has been really difficult, right? Because we're so consumed with the negative. It can easily be the reason why the next step. So for me, it's been getting back to the basics. This month has been a lot of actually taking things down and not doing as much and not filling in the gaps and allowing a lot of grace and a lot of space, and having some really solid friends to remind me that grace is okay right now and space is okay right now, and that I can be there to support the people who I love, and really enjoying the micro moments, right? So the blessed moments are the micro moments. They're the joy of my son when he gets into a cold pool and he's like, yeah, and it's 90 degrees outside. They're the moments where my dog, all he wants to do is belly rubs on my lap, or my husband getting squeezes this morning in bed and saying, "Hey, baby," like it's the small micro moments that are my blessed moments. Those are the moments that have really been able to kind of tie my strength together to keep me moving forward in a direction of health, and allowing myself a lot of getting back to the basics, getting back to meditation every day and walking, spending time with God every day, um, and being grateful. It has allowed me to see life in such a different way with so much illness and death. It has really allowed me to see my life, even as a warrior, of um, the fact that I have been provided with a lot of tools to help a lot of people get through some very hard times. So that's where I am right now. I don't have one moment I can share with you, but I can share with you that I am definitely getting back to those basics and those small moments.
Well, that is the moment. It's the micro moments. And you could have said one squeeze and that it's a blessing. We have so many blessings that happen in ways that are unexpected. And I love that you have reminded us of that and that you are willing to be vulnerable and transparent um, along your journey. And again, I think, no, I know that is the beauty of having a safe space like this so that we can all share and support. So I know I'm not going to speak for everyone, but I'm sure I represent everyone that we are sending you so much love and so much support. And that for me right now, this is a blessed moment, being able to get back to our Sundays and see your beautiful face is such a blessing. So thank you for taking us along part of your journey and sharing with us. Thanks. People who are listening, because I see comments and I'll let one of the team members go through some of those comments so that we can make sure we're capturing what blessed moments you guys have had, because we want to know and we want to be able to share that. I will share one of mine. It has been a challenging road since I've seen everyone, but I had a literal window of opportunity for Mother's Day weekend. I was supposed to be with family, but I was unwell, so could not go. And then you know how sometimes with our illness, we get these small windows all of a sudden for 6 hours, we feel like we're just a little bit better. And then all of a sudden it turns. Well, I had a 6 hour window the following day. And my husband willed me home. We did not call anyone. We did not make any. We got in the car and just drove and showed up in the front door. And I said, Mom, come open the door. I'm here. And she said, no, you're not. I said, Mom, please come open the door because I'm here. And I left my house key, though I know I don't live here anymore at home. And she just about lost it. My entire family came to see me for 3 hours. It was supposed to be for Mom, but they all converged because I made it for about 3 hours. And then we headed right back. So my blessed moment was knowing that within the turmoil, every once in a while, there's a little bit of window. I feel like I'm taking a piece of what all of you have said, right? The triumphs of my husband who did not fail and kept asking kind of every 15 minutes, how do you feel now? You think you're okay? How do you feel now? Did you base out? He never gave up. And then I just didn't get in my own way. I wasn't too heady. I just said, go. It's okay if you didn't plan it. Like Dr. Rowley, it's okay if you didn't plan it. Just go. A piece from Aminosi, that fact that in 5 different houses, everyone knew that I was going to be there for about 2.5 hours. So they all drove from their prospective places. And the micro moments, Heather, the micro moments that it just took for me to feel like I could breathe without it hurting. And I was like, okay, let's go. Because as you guys know, 2 hours in a car, when the weather's not ideal and you're always already feeling not your best, can be a gamble. But I was just enough of a window to make it, see their faces, tell them I love them, and get my little behind back home. So that's my blessed moment from that I'd like to share with the community and the team as we are all sharing blessed moments. Did we have any comments that we should go through or just share? Because I saw a couple of pings to the side. I think, did I see Dr. Bailey? I know I read the Facebook comment. And I know Dima made a comment here and there. I don't know if I missed any others. No? We caught them all? Okay. So unless we're going to if anybody wants to make a comment about, what someone else has shared, maybe the affirmation that we have chosen today. We go around. Oh, here we go. Hi, Etta. My blessed moment was this past Tuesday. My platelet level went up from 16 to 92. Woo, girl. We must have been in the hospital on the same day. No, we are so happy for you. We are so happy. It's all about the cells. Make the cells happy. Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'll start with the affirmation. The one I did this morning or today was I'm beautiful, I'm powerful, I'm resistant. My body can heal itself as I stand in my own grace. That was how I started my day at 4 o'clock because I was tuning into a conference in Germany. Yeah, 4:30 a.m. Dr. Riley, what was yours? Or share one.
Well,
we have
first,
another blessed moment. Let me just capture this real quick. My blessed moment was making it to therapy for 15 minutes after being in the clinic the same day before. Oh my goodness, we're so happy you made it. And 15 minutes of therapy can be magical. You can walk out feeling like a different person. Thank you for sharing. Your name didn't come up on Facebook, but thank you for sharing that. Go ahead, Dr. Ellie. Sorry to cut you off.
you didn't. I want to give a shout out first to Etta. I said this to her yesterday. Etta, you are so supportive of the entire community. She's at all of our mini seminars, Arthur's Corner. She's here every time that we get together. Um, she's, thank you, Etta, seriously, for your support. I really want to give her a shout out. Thank you. It really means a lot
It does.
to have people present. So for myself, of course, my word is always peace. And I had shared yesterday. So physically, I've been fine. I still am, but yesterday, right before our mini seminar in fatigue, my treasurer, the board treasurer, was in, and she requires a different chair. And the saying, you have to pick up something the right way. Well, I picked up the chair in the most, I guess, unusual way, and I had a back spasm the entire time. So I was thankful for my breath because it was my breath that is continuing to heal me. So my affirmation, in addition to peace and healing, is grace. I still need to get things done, but I just took my time. Um, and I did what I could do, continuing to focus on getting breath into my back area to continue to heal. And so again, I feel good. Um, and when I breathe, it's not as bad, but I think sometimes you have to breathe through it and really get that breath, that deep breath into the muscle. So that's what I've been doing. So mine has been peace, healing, and of course, grace.
Love it. Peace, healing, and grace. I think one of the things that Dr. Rowley just referenced is that affirmations can kind of change and shift your vibration. So kind of as we're sharing, I also want to share some of the whys. Why have an affirmation? And from Dr. Rowley sharing, for each person, I'll point out a different thing, but it helps you to kind of reset your internal clock when you can tune into whatever affirmation it is that you are using for the day, or like she said, for the moment. The affirmation in a moment can also get you from moment to moment. Heather, thank you for sharing that, Dr.
Uh, my affirmation has been remembering me. If you know me, I like to work for everyone. I like to do. If people call me and say, "Heather, I need you," I'm like, "Okay, let me figure out. Okay, we're going to do this." And I love to do that. That brings me so much joy. But I know that in this season, there are other people who need me a little bit more than I would usually spend. So I have to remember me in there. So I've been remembering myself and trying to remind myself, like, okay, are we talking to Heather today? Are we doing our meditation and deep breathing? Are we taking our medication on time? and just really remembering me. So reminding myself that without me being healthy and being able to take care of myself, I can't hop on a flight back home to Michigan to go take care of my people there. I can't, take care of things that are going on the other side of the country. I have to remember me. So lately, it's been a little bit more no's to other
Mhm.
things and a little bit more yes to me and remembering me. So
I
that's
love
my
that.
affirmation.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. Remember me. It actually even has a beat to it. So with Heather's remember me, remember me, remember me. I'm going to say that that allows us to almost reprioritize. And what sometimes we don't realize as warriors is that we do, we do, we do. But sometimes in the doing, there can be a spiraling and forgetting that the healing starts with us, which was part of our meditation, right? Though there was a circle around us, you first breathe, like on the airplane, you breathe for you, you put your mask on first, and then you help the other person. So affirmations can help us reset in that we reprioritize us so that the healing can start with us, and then everything else can get done in an even more heightened way. So thank you for sharing that. Remember me. Dima?
Oh, wow. So I do have a spirit of perfectionism, and I'm trying to I'm trying to kind of combat that. And the thing that combats that is knowing that I'm in God holds my world in His hands, and so I I stand on that, so I can try to overcome my perfectionism. And I don't have to do everything. I don't have to have my hands in everything, and I don't have to um, be such a doer. Just
Mhm.
allow myself to relax and continue to be in God's hands.
God holds my world in his hands. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
I, you writing this down, Emma? No, see, I'm going to need all these affirmations to put in my book. I'm going to say that selfishly. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that. I think Dima's affirmation reminds us all that we're not alone. And sometimes whatever we go through can sometimes feel like a very lonely place, but affirmations can remind us that we have community, that we have family, that we are not alone along this process. And I think that's so powerful and that's so important for individuals, for just human beings to remember. So thank you for sharing that. Eminosi, I know there were two comments that came up. So Eminosi, did you see those? Do you want to share those? Are they shareable comments or do you want to just, not
Um,
sure.
Etta said, "Thank you so much for all the love, everyone. I like to support everyone in their events, and I learned so much."
Awesome.
Yes. Okay, so my affirmation,
Yep.
I tell myself, "You will get it done," and that sounds so like plain Jane, but I feel as though, especially with like the party last week, this past week was just like a decompressed, relaxed, and like clean type of week. And it felt nice to be in stillness, but another part of me is like, all right, like, you got things to do, let's go. And with the start of this week, I was making my planner for things to do this week and kind of allocating things and where they belong. And for me to do the things I would like to do, I need to start waking up at 5:30, and I haven't done that since high school. I'm a 6:30 girl ish, but like 5:30 is a bit much. So a part of me is like, okay, let me just try it this week and see how it goes. But another part of me is like, just relax. You will get it done.
Mm-hmm.
You have things to do, but at the end of the day, they're just gonna get done, whether it fits into a certain time slot or not. It will get done. So just like
Yes.
let it go. So a part of me is like, just don't be so hard on yourself. It will get done.
Oh, no, it's not so simple. I love it's so powerful because it will get done. I think that that reminds us that there is a permanence to us. And I know we are all as a committee very much so to the to-do list, and we have so much that we miss the moment. And that's why these Sundays are great because we get to be present and allowing ourselves to be present actually gives us the ammunition and the energy to get all the other things done. Whether we realize it sometimes, because we get so caught up in, I got to get that stuff done, and allocating and giving instructions to whomever is part of the circle, because our lists are so long. But resting in the fact that no matter what, it will get done. And it almost, when I think back, every time that I panic, if I'm not there, this won't happen, or if I don't get this or check that box, it'll fall apart. It never does. It always gets done. It always gets done. And then I have to tell myself, okay, Marge, breathe. It will be fine. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you, team, for all those powerful words and powerful messages. Anything else that you guys want to share before we sign off?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, you just said something that was powerful, Dr. Marjorie. You said breathe. Breathe is not only a command or it's an affirmation as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to point that out. We're telling ourselves to, in that moment of just taking that breath.
Yep.
And it's just so important.
Thank you for that reminder. And I always, I call the breath my superpower, because I believe it to my core, and that the magic actually happens, guys, in the pause. When I say inhale and pause, and then exhale and pause, it's the pause that's the magic. So next time you take some time to breathe, focus on the pause, because so much can happen there. And with that, we're going to do our 3 community breaths to close us out. Are we good? Yes? Oh, yes, Dr. Ellie, go for it.
There's someone in the Facebook user who wants to know if we can put the Zoom link in for the meetings, or a link, because they're not able to get it through the newsletter. Maybe they're looking at our newsletter, but I'm not quite sure.
So
if there's a link out there, they would like for us to send that out again.
Okay, we do usually send it out within the newsletter. We do try to put the link on our posts. It's usually not a live link. You have to type it back in. And I know Sharonda, through the Sickle Cell Consortium, when they send out the blast. So we will try our best to make sure that it is not only on the consortium page and the Sickle Cell Mental Health and Wellness page also. It exists and lives there. Whenever it goes live on Facebook, she always gives that countdown, but we will try to recirculate that link one more time, because it is on the flyer that we've been putting out, and you just have to kind of put it in manually.
Thank you.
Thank you for that. All right, so let's settle in again. We're doing 3 community breaths together. Find your ground, find your center. Maybe focus on something that we shared during our session today that may put a smile on your face, that you connected with, that brought you peace, maybe that brought you joy, maybe that made you more grounded, anything. And with that, inhale, hold it, exhale through the mouth and release. Breath number 2, inhale, inhale, inhale. Fill up your lungs. Hold it. Exhale audibly out through your mouth. Release. One more, your deepest, biggest breath yet. Inhale, 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 and hold. Then gently exhale, exhale, exhale. Release. Thank you so much, community, for joining us. Team, another beautiful soul session. Looking forward to seeing all of you next Sunday, same time, as we continue and pick up kind of where we left off a couple of sessions ago. Be well, everyone. See you soon.